Wij hebben een boodschap gekregen die wij even moeten afluisteren.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate.
Presiding Bishop.
Presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message.
Okay.
Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
I reckon we've got our work cut out for us. Let's head to Golden Ridge.
Let's head to Golden Ridge. Nou, dat lijkt me goed.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
Okay.
Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining uranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name.
Toch weer wat geleerd, hè?
Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent de Vries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the Astrogator to allow the Incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Okay, got it. Let's go. Dan moeten wij naar... We kunnen ook hierheen. Staging ground for Sub-Rotha. We moeten naar Dorado. Dus dat gaan we maar doen. Weer een nieuwe planeet. Golden Ridge. Ja, ik stel voor dat ik gewoon de mensen meeneem. Kan ik daar een beetje mee banden. Laten we die robot achter. Hoewel die robot wel mijn healing companion is. Maar goed, dat zien we dan wel weer. Golden Ridge. Kijk, travel to Golden Ridge. Daar ben ik nu.
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
Laten we niet van de brug afspringen, dat lijkt me een heel slecht idee. Is er een lift of zo? Hier is een... Ja, looproute is te veel van het goede. Het lijkt inderdaad een descent, een afdaling. Het lijkt behoorlijk onveilig hier. Ik moet eerst op zoek naar een veilige manier. Hier, de achterkant misschien. Invisible wall. Hoos? Oorlog.
Down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Alexandra Station Voucher Map. Hier is een rift. We hebben geleerd, als we in een rift lopen gaan we dood.
Wow. This station's sure going to scrap since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Hier leren we nog wat dingen. Take. Een mural fragment. Ik neem de hele muur neem ik mee. Art enthusiast perk. Find mural pieces. Collectible quest. Wat is dit? Een kantoor met schade. Salted chips. De radio, laten we niet uit het raam springen. Mag pick. Oké, ja, dan moeten we toch maar naar die lift. Denk ik. Door die poortjes lopen. Deze lift was functioneel, dan gaan we daar maar in. Gaan we met de lift naar beneden. Waar komen we uit?
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
Dooie mensen. Ronnie Engineering 8. En daarmee zouden we dan bij die kluis kunnen komen. Nou, we zijn buiten hoor.
Lest you're bent on exploring?
Best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet that abbot Bassar mentioned.
Geen vijanden. Hier ligt een kapotte trein. Hier ligt ook een...
Somebody help us, anybody, please!
Hier, een refugee.
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. Being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids. I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
Observation 5, dat heb ik nog niet.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
go.
you. Yeah, this way. This way.
Hij gaat ons oplichten, let op. Ik hoor hier al wat vijandige geluiden. Kijk, dat dacht ik al.
Trouble ahead.
Locked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Die gasten lokken mij in de val. Daar was ik wel bang voor. Ja, Enes. Burst Assault Rifle. Ik vind zo'n single shot rifle vind ik wel fijn. En deze gasten probeerden mij op te lichten, maar dat is ze niet gelukt. We komen wel aan bij de questmarker. Wat is hier dan? Raar hok. Ik ga gewoon naar de questmarker. Matriarch's Mercy. Ik wil graag naar binnen, mag dat?
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
Okay.
I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late.
Ja, dat zal wel weer altijd hectisch. Altijd hectic.
No crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
Okay.
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
Okay.
Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here.
Okay.
Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley.
Seer
He's in the
Wiley.
lift building, straight through the settlement.
Okay.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back in
Morton Dunsany.
Is looking pretty good right about now.
the wasteland devoid of life.
I swear,
No,
it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
Algorithmic dissonance? And then we
Archivist.
solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.772455385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and or attempt at
Hij is een wijsbeek.
conversation. Anything else? Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial
Crabble
equations.
patties. Krijg even een SpongeBob referentie hier.
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. They must be exceptionally pleased with the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy. Numbers here are pretty compelling. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it.
Nou, ga jij weer lekker aan het wiskunde? Ines wil met me praten, zie ik.
You got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. You sure? The Order seems a whole lot more concerned with dazzling the populace with numbers than anything else. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. I'd like to believe that. But frankly, I got some other concerns. I went through this myself when Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
Een goede vraag.
In all my years, I ain't encountered many folk who would extend a hand and expect nothing in return. I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange. Well, maybe I misjudged the Earth Directorate after all. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
Nou, graag gedaan, Ines. We'll talk later. Want wij zoeken...
Oh, I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled life.
Vicar Edie Durandi.
Smells about the same.
And apologies.
Niet de persoon die wij zoeken.
As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Okay.
Oh dear, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
No, keep up the great work. Dit is een bounty board. Ja. Kijk, 2 sidequests geopend. Maar wij zoeken de baas hier. Het zal wel in het grote gebouw zijn. Daarboven staat iemand.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order projection. I mean, prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, you know, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, you know? Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Zo spreken we dus met deze man die eigenlijk wel te spreken is over de community hier. Doc Hollis Beersley, Provisioner Plotnik, daar hebben we het over gehad.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources.
Zijn ze toch behulpzaam, hè?
Respecting my time.
By the law. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
Kunnen wij iets doen?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
I could use some healing.
You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me. Forgive me. Thoughts of destiny and predictability.
Zijn wel mensen die een beetje om de brei heen draaien.
To begin. There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Requires medical. Nou, dat hebben we niet.
Might have time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out. I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
Krijgen we toch weer informatie hier voor een sidequest.
How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Nee. Hij verkoopt toch geen wapens. Novice Seer.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness.
Hier allemaal naamloze figuren.
All evidence to the contrary.
Armament modifications. Heavy marksman rifle. Ja, daar wil ik eigenlijk wel op trainen. Ja, dat lijkt me wel wat. Sniper rifle shock barrel. Ja, dan moet ik dus inderdaad ergens een sniper vandaan gaan halen. Maar ik kan er geen wapens kopen hier. Helemaal Moscow. Ik kan niet echt fysieke wapens ergens kopen volgens mij.
Yes.
Wat verkoopt zij?
You may peruse to your heart's content, but do so speedily for my sake.
Barrel, burst assault rifle. Oké, toch wel wapens. Plasma cutter. Plasma pistol. Gain an additional grenade slot. Nou ja, geen... Ik ben wel blij met mijn pistool. Autodoc. Ik heb net die man betaald om te healen. Hier is een autodoc. Pre-sliced bread. Daar is de main quest, man. Naar boven. Required info not found. Novice Seer.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
Zeker.
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. More what to watch out for. Advisement on adhering to the plan. Forecasts of probabilistic dangers. Elements of larger predictions made relevant to groups and individuals. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult.
Zijn een soort menselijke computers dit.
But I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow? Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. I foresee you have much to do. I won't keep you. Adieu.
Nou, dankjewel. Dan hebben we nu iedereen gesproken. Dan gaan we nu naar de grote baas.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach?
Victor Clemens.
Victor? Yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
Yeah.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Okay.
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be unfriendly. The agent's only curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization, I'm afraid. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists
Mad
in the
cultists.
area.
Altijd
It
goed.
does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Okay.
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render
Kijk, hij
aid
geeft ons even een
outpost
side question
opportunity
erbij.
on our
Altijd goed.
behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine. Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become. Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Bedankt voor de informatie. Zo hebben wij weer een quest afgerond. Kunnen weer wat punten verdelen. Zo. Apply. Journal items. En dan hebben wij dus On the Trail of the Traitor. Deel 1, Travel to Golden Ridge, gedaan. Hebben wij nu wat taken gekregen. En hebben wij ook een sidequest gekregen. Wat betekent dus ook dat wij weer genoeg te doen hebben. Dus even kijken op de map. Wat is in de buurt? Landing pad. Jan Danceni. De Danceni Brothers. Opportunity. Serenium Manufactory 7. Nee, laten we inderdaad eerst rustig gaan sidequesten. Beginnen we wel met Jan Danceni. Gaan we even fast travelen naar de landing pad. En dan kunnen we daar vandaan straks in de volgende video de sidequest gaan starten. Hebben we hier dus in elk geval weer wat nieuws gevonden. En dan gaan we in de volgende video op ons onderzoek uit. Ik zou zeggen, graag weer tot dan. Joejoe.